I want to start by giving a shout out to Nico and his family. Got a chance to spend some time with them at Monroe Carroll Children's Hospital on Friday, and Nico is awaiting a heart transplant. He's been in the hospital for a month. Last week, before the Virginia Tech game, he had a chance to meet Diego and became a football fan in that moment, a Vanderbilt football fan, watched the Virginia Tech game. I'm sure he was watching tonight. Nico, if you're listening, I know you gave us your energy and your all tonight. We appreciate it. Hopefully more wins ahead. Also wanted to take a chance or take an opportunity just to say hello and shout out Bobby Johnson. Without Coach Johnson, none of this would be possible for me. And I had a chance to visit with Coach last night, which was really special. I think anytime I get a chance to hear from him, it means a lot to me, and I know he and Catherine were cheering us on and have been cheering us on. So we love you, Coach, and great to hear your voice last night. Proud of the team, proud of the way they approached the game tonight. I think we're going to look at it and obviously celebrate some aspects of the performance. The challenge, or what we need to do now, is how quickly can we turn the page and focus on Georgia State, which is going to be a tough opponent for us in a road game to boot. So certainly want to clean up the penalties. That's uncharacteristic of our program. And in games where the margins are a little tighter, those kind of things can get you beat. So we can clean that up. We'll find some other things to focus on too with respect to tonight's performance. But on the whole, I was proud of the way the team responded to the challenge and delivered a big win for us. And happy to open up for questions.
Is this pretty much what you were looking for from the defense? They never crossed midfield, I don't think, and it was like 71 or 72 yards allowed.
Yeah, I think we have a chance to have a good defense, and it's about playing our game and playing within our structure and playing hard. And we were disruptive on the ball. I think we actually had the opportunity on a couple more maybe turnovers, but yes, I thought again we played physically. That last drive, we a couple penalties, the face mask, the hands to the face. Again cleaning that up. Wanting to see that, but I was proud of the way we played on third down. Anytime we can win on third down and get the ball back to our offense, it gives us a chance. They were disruptive on the ball, played with spirit, and we'll look at the film, but from the sideline, it didn't seem like there were a lot of times where we were out of position too. So that's a good formula for us, and I was proud of the way the guys played.
Martell Height, first punt return touchdown since 2012. He had 127 punt return yards. Obviously, you and the staff probably not shocked by that, but how much of an energizer was that tonight?
Yeah, I thought Martell kind of was our top performer tonight. He made a huge difference. He's played well at corner for us in 2 games, but the difference he can make as a returner. It showed up in a critical moment against Virginia Tech, and obviously it showed up tonight. And he would tell you, just like he just told the team, it's about the other 10 guys on the field too. You got to credit Jeff Leapak and the work he does, and then that punt return unit who made good blocks and didn't draw a penalty to send the return back. And we know Martell's skilled enough to make it happen. So really happy for Martell. Here's a guy that a year ago was kind of forced into action and had to grow up fast last year. To see him having success is awesome. So we're proud of him.
After an emotional game last week and a game that probably took a toll on you guys, and obviously was a lot this week, what do you think of the intensity that you guys came out with early, especially?
Yeah, these guys are hungry. We have a chip on our shoulder, and we know we have a lot to prove here, and we don't take for granted the opportunity to go out and play. There's 12 of these on our schedule. We're fighting for more, and I think we're also fighting for that top-end performance that's going to allow us to be competitive in our league, because our league is really hard. And so, there wasn't a lot I needed to do to get this group focused. I thought we had a good week of prep. And we're going to need to do that again and then some coming up, because, again, we're going to have to take this team on the road, and it takes a mature team to win on the road. And but proud of the way they came out and pleased with the response, and I know they're hungry for more.
Do you think this kind of showcased how the depth has improved over the last 3 years or so?
Yeah, I mean, it's, I felt like we were featuring a number of different guys, Tristan Brown with his first catch, actually Cole Spence with his first catch, and a touchdown catch at that from Eli Stowers, which was really cool. A.J. Newberry with his first touchdown, guy I thought he ran the ball really well tonight. We're going to need that as the year goes on. So you saw a number of guys, obviously Nate coming in and pulling the ball down on his first snap, and really saw, his playmaking ability. I thought the throw to Quincy was really nice too. Unfortunately, we got the penalty on it, but I'm proud of Nate. Shoot, that guy had battled for the starting job, has a ton of respect for Diego, and he's going to keep working on himself so that when his time comes, he'll be ready. But we were able to play a bunch of guys on defense. Some of those guys getting their first snaps of the season defensively. That's a good thing, and we're going to need them as we go. So certainly featured the depth tonight. That'll be critical for us as the year extends, because inevitably in this conference you're going to have to play with your 2s and 3s at some point to win a game.
Great fan turnout tonight. Can you talk a little bit about the difference between week 1 and week 2 and what that helped?
I'm sorry, the question was?
Sorry, great fan turnout tonight. Can you talk about the difference between week 1 and 2 and the energy that kind of gave you?
Yeah, look, I want to be careful because this isn't about creating an environment that's good for Vanderbilt. This is creating a really good college football environment, and I think what I said a week ago or whenever is, I want the stadium to be full of black and gold, and it wasn't full tonight. What I can focus on is continuing to build this program and to inspire people to show up. For those that came tonight, we did feel the energy, and we appreciate that, and it was a lot of fun to see a group of people there to support this team, including our students. But we just no different than with the program. We strive for highest level, and with what the Chancellor and Candace have done with building out this facility, and again, when the South End Zone's done, it's going to be a really neat environment, and I want to get people accustomed to showing up early, staying the whole game, and cheering a group of guys on that really deserve their support. But again, I'm grateful for those fans that showed up tonight, that stayed with us. We felt the energy, so appreciated, and it gave us a taste of what can be, and now it's about pushing into more.
Taco Wright's obviously a guy who's paid his dues here and has been here for a while and stuck around. How filling was it for you to see him make that play?
Yeah, Taco, I have a lot of strong feelings about Taco. He is someone who wants a bigger role, and I know he does, because he's a competitor and he's a good football player, and yet he fills the role that he has with discipline, respect, and spirit every single day. And he loves this team. He loves being a part of this team. And it's just an example of someone who has stayed the course, has stayed focused on how he can contribute day in, day out to make us stronger. And it's no surprise that when you live that way and train that way, when your moment comes in the game, you make a big play. That's just not surprising to me. I was so happy for him. And we're going to look up again at some point in the season, and Taco will be on the field in a critical game, to give us a chance to win it. And I believe in him as a player, and so happy for him and proud of him for taking advantage of the opportunity he got tonight.
DeWicki had a shot at an interception, so did Dante, and then last week there were a couple of chances as well. How do you evaluate that, and how do you do that with those guys? How crucial are those?
Yeah, we gotta capitalize. Those margins will be the difference for us at some point moving forward. And I think even last week, when you look at the two we had a chance at the end of the first half, those could have been absolute game changers. So the good news is they're putting themselves in position to attack the ball. We have to do a better job of finishing. That'll happen. Obviously, we trained it in practice, and ball skills is an important part of being a defender. We'll need to finish on those moving forward. Was disappointed for those guys that they weren't able to capitalize tonight, but something that we'll focus on and make sure that we're, getting to work with the ball so that when given that opportunity, we have a chance to finish.
like this, what are the biggest ways that you think you can kind of build on this game moving forward?
Well, I think, first of all, there are going to be things that we want to clean up from the game. So you build on it by learning from it, and we'll celebrate the result here for the next 24 hours and be excited about the fact that I feel like we played a game that is reflective of who we are as a program. But then it shifts into saying, hey, here are the margins that we could have won to make it even better. We're looking at our performance, no matter who we get measured against. And then I think just to the point about the depth too. A lot of guys played tonight, so this can be a momentum builder that way, where guys got their first snap experience. I think you may have asked earlier in the week about playing a number of guys and freshmen getting opportunities. I think when you see those guys get on the field and get their touches and kind of get their legs under them out there, it gives you opportunities to insert them later on too. So that'll be huge from tonight. And the good news is, no matter who we rolled out there, I felt like the units on the field held the line and played to standard, and I think that's a pretty strong statement.
You mentioned earlier the team kind of having a chip on their shoulder. How much does that propel into the performance they will have early?
Yeah, I mean, we want to prove ourselves. We want to take advantage of the moment. I think we came out last week and we didn't surprise anyone in our team room, but obviously a lot of people were surprised to see the way this program played last week. And we don't want to give up that spotlight. We want to make sure if people are going to pay attention to us, that we are taking advantage of that and playing a certain level that we're proud of. And so we are in a prove-it mindset right now, and I got a bunch of hungry competitors in here that quite frankly are ready to rewrite the narrative. And it's taken time to get to this point. Again, all those words don't really matter. It's going to be shifting to the work that needs to be done, but there is a mentality there that is fueling us. And I'm excited about that. And, that mentality is one that I share with them too. So I think anytime you see kind of your personality or your imprint in the team's personality or the team's attitude, that's a good thing, And so, again, we'll celebrate being 2-0, but we're going to shift our focus to be the best prepared team we can be as we go down to Atlanta to play Georgia State.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thanks.